If you had patellar tendonitis for a while, you know that ignoring pain doesn't work. But the question is, what do you do if you feel pain during your training or maybe even during rehab? I'm Koban, author of Beating Patellar Tendonitis, and in this video, I want to talk to you about how you can tell the difference between when it's okay to push through pain and when you should back off. You're trying to get rid of patellar tendonitis, but because some pain is always there, you're not sure how hard to push yourself during your workouts. You don't want to cause a setback. I had this problem back when I had patellar tendonitis, and many people in my courses actually share similar stories, so if this applies to you, you're definitely not alone. In a perfect world, we'd never train through pain, but come on, let's be honest here, with patellar tendonitis that's just not possible, and even academic research found that pain during tendonitis rehab is common. Sometimes you can't avoid pain, but to protect your knees, you need to know when it's safe to train through it and when not. I came up with this 3-point checklist to help you decide. Question 1. Is it unfamiliar pain? Of the people I work with, everyone describes their pain a little bit differently. You know what your tendonitis feels like, so you will know if what you're experiencing during your training is a new or more intense type of pain. Maybe it's a new injury, let's hope not. Or maybe your knee has become irritated, but either way, it's not safe to train through this new type of pain. If the new pain doesn't go away again, you need to see a doctor about it. Question 2. Is your knee irritated? Here's what I mean by that. Tendonitis has two different states of pain. You can have more of a low-level, constant pain that doesn't flare up even with moderate or hard activity, or you can have a higher variation of pain levels and a tendon that flares up easily even with light activity. Don't train through pain if you're in this second state. Expert tendonitis clinician Dr. Patellar points out that in his experience, once irritated, a tendon can stay irritated for weeks, and that tells you how important it is to avoid this state of irritation to begin with. Using this checklist will help you with that. Here's question 3. Are you doing something unplanned? This question is actually even more important than the other two. Let me explain why. I tell everyone I consult to write their workouts and pain levels down because that's necessary for discovering exactly how fast you can increase intensity of your workouts without risking setbacks. Tendons absolutely hate sudden changes in training volume or intensity. So to beat tendonitis, you need a training schedule that methodically increases in intensity from week to week. Once you found an exercise routine that leads to a reduction in pain, you base all your future workouts on that progression speed because you know it works. It's not safe to push through pain if you're deviating from what has worked for you in the past. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for working towards a lofty training goal, but in this situation, you want to be doing it in small, and I admit it, boring increments that you know to be safe from your past experience. Jumping ahead is dangerous exactly because it may lead to a setback, costing you weeks and weeks of recovery time. Usually this happens when people get too ambitious in their training or maybe impatient with their rehab. For example, someone may do 2 sets of 10 repetitions in one rehab session and then tell himself, you know what, this is taking too long, I'm going to speed things up, and does 3 sets of 15 repetitions in the next session. And that's asking for a flare-up. The same applies to how much time you spend doing your sport each week. Let's finish this up with the full checklist again. If you answered yes to any of these 3 questions, it's not safe to train through pain. Here's what you can do next. If you want strong knees and legs, sign up to my free course on getting rid of patellar tendonitis by going to fixkneepain.com/tendonitis. About 11,000 people have signed up already, and of course, one of the things we'll talk about is how you can stop the pain permanently. Now, before I say auf Wiedersehen, I'd love for you to share what you want to do once you've gotten rid of your tendonitis. Post a quick comment below this video and let me know. Well, since you're still watching, you might as well check out this video of the most epic athlete I ever worked with. Go ahead, click now. You know you want to.